The set for Waiting for Godot is made of two large walls with a forced perspective going into a corner point, and the walls are placed on a long shallow platform so the actors have a long narrow space to work within. The walls and the floor are all covered with ply sheeting and that is painted with a black wash to give an aged effect. And in this production the mound is made up of sort of a buckled plywood coming up out of the floor, and then the tree is made of metal pipes welded together to create an abstract representation of a tree.
One of the first things that we looked at was a statement by Beckett in the mid-70s where he said that one of the fundamental difficulties that he noticed in the early productions of Godot was that a lot of people were looking for a specific allegory or a specific meaning for the production, when he was quoted as saying he actually strived to avoid any specific reading of the play. So in that regard, the play sits as a kind of metaphor for a whole range of thematic ideas around existence and life. Some of the very specific readings that have been put on top of the production, which I don't think really are relevant fundamental readings of the play, include a Christian approach, an atheist approach. I think that the production really is stripped back to its bare bones so that multiple readings can be put on it. And fundamentally, one of the most important things for a theatre production is that every single audience member can actually put their own experience in reading onto this production. We wanted to make sure that when we designed the play, we had a sense of landscape that represents what Beckett has in his stage directions, and also ensures that we're not trying to place any specific time, place, or individual reading on the production. One of the main challenges that we faced when designing Waiting for Godot was to conceive of a space which helped avoid falling into naturalistic patterns for the actors. And the other thing that we were considering was providing a space which was quite close to the audience and somewhat overbearing and in their face to help give the audience a connection with Vladimir and Estragon and their inability to leave a very bland and overwhelming space. So the way that we solved that initially was to focus on using width and not depth in the design. And that provided both a pattern of movement which is solely based around length and separation, but no depth. And it also ensures that we can get the stage as close to the audience as possible.